Here we are. There are you. Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
everybody.
It's so good.
Welcome.
Welcome, welcome. And I've got some capital letters in the chat, which tells me that's a question. And so, SR, I'm going to star yours. It's nice to see you. And Denise, happy to see you. And Susan Loves Chopin is here. Thank you so much. It was nice visiting with you over email, Susan. And SR is here. And who else did I see? Bora Bora and Joyful Journey. It's good to see you guys. I hope you're having a good week. Did I miss anybody? Bora Bora, da, 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 da. So far, so good. Okay. Well, how was your week, Lalit?
It was just busy taking care of a lot of things that I need to take care of, and I still am not solved the audio problem entirely for us, for our purposes, yes, but not for the other things that I'm working on. So
Right.
still going.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Possum. Mary Thornberry, thanks for coming. I'm so happy. And I've had a pretty good week. First name, last name is good. Hello. So okay, so I think that's a question without my glasses. First name, last name. So I have you starred. I'm sorry, Denise. Denise missed the class. She's on my members only. And we had a class yesterday, and apparently her car broke down at Wally World.
World.
We all know what Wally World is.
That's funny. That's very
Yeah, I
funny.
love that. I forget about that one. It's Rose. It's very nice to see you. Thanks for coming on in. I got to tell you, we're going to be doing some personal readings tonight, fair amount, because apparently we are in a period, of calm. Maybe it's, don't count on me. I don't read the stars, but this is what my star friend Lalit said. So, without further ado, remember, type your questions in capital letters, and I'll be looking at the chat. Well, Lalit gives us the predictions for the coming week, and you are on.
Here we go. Hi, everybody. So nice to see you. And it's a wonderful break. I don't have to come in saying, oh my gosh, this is the biggest astrological event of the year and there's something really big. No, we get a little break, a little calm in the storm. So I thought of this metaphor that I wanted to share with you that you will be able to carry in your heart, and because it's so easy to remember. Those past 2 weeks have been a real storm brewing around us. As we all know, it's been so dramatic, and the changes have been at breakneck speed. So we are entering this week into what I just told Deborah. I described it as the eye of the hurricane, and you've all seen the images of a hurricane when all the little birdies are flying around in the sky and everything. That wind is calm and everything looks beautiful, but we know what's on the outside. So this doesn't mean you're going to get to rest forever. So take advantage of this week, because this week there's relatively little happening. So I wrote down a few notes to tell you of the three main things that are happening before we meet again. And on this Sunday, we're going to have a new moon in the sign of Leo. Now, we know that the new moon, and that's August 4th, Sunday, new moon in Leo. I know you guys are very familiar with tarot reading. So the image of this new moon is, in tarot cards, would be the star. And this is a time for you to set your intentions and your wishes, because there's a lot of power in manifestation. And the quest mainly is for search for your joy and really set your set your star. You know how Star Trek would close from, if you're not as old as me, but also that old Peter Pan series, they would say, the second Neverland was the second star from the right. So Captain Kirk would say, set course for the second star to the right. So this is what you're doing is you are imagining the joy that you want to create in your life and your soul purpose, and do a little bit of centering yourself, create happiness, joy, do some things for your Venus is also involved this week. So we want to have pleasurable things that are enjoyable, music event or a concert or just chilling, because we've all had so much tension. You need to take care of yourself and focus your intentions. So this Sunday, we've got the new moon, and you want to be thinking ahead and taking care of yourself. So a little self-care, and give yourself a spa day or whatever is something that will bring you joy and health and peace of mind, and set your sights on the future, what you want to create. So at the same time that we have the new moon, Venus is leaving Leo and entering Virgo. And I see there are many signs that Kamala is going to make a really good choice in her VP choice. The lucky thing about this choice is that there's a wonderful camp of candidates, and she'll be picking the one that is the right one, and she's going to have really good discrimination, good advice, and she's going to make a wonderful choice. And this Venus is going to be entering Virgo, so there's more deep thought and critical thinking involved. And I think she will be making this choice right at the time where Mercury is going to station retrograde on Monday. This is the big event. Everybody knows what Mercury retrograde means. So it's going to be retrograde for 3 weeks, and it's not going to be a big tragic one. Don't go, oh, Mercury retrograde. No, this is a time for consolidation. I would like to remind you of something that I said a couple of weeks ago, that when we had that very unfortunate shooting of attempted shooting of 45, everyone was, and then Biden hadn't resigned, and everyone was so upset and so sad and feeling that everything was going the wrong way. I said to you, the real problem for the Republicans is that this is the perfect thing to give them what we need them to have, which is overconfidence. So Trump did get this overconfidence and a bloated ego, feeling he was just going to coast into victory, that it was going to be the biggest landslide ever, that he didn't need to do anything. It was just going to happen, and it was all perfect. So it was kind of the story of the tortoise and the hare. The hare just says, oh, I'm winning this race easy. I think I'll take a little nap. And he just had the wrong idea. And I mentioned this overconfidence would be the death of them, because they didn't have any plans about what to do for creating a future for the country that were positive, that would bring in other people to the fold, and chose a vice president that is alienating everyone in such a crazy way. More people are dropping from the Republicans like flies, as you know. So we're in a very good place, and things are moving along exactly in the right direction. And everybody can take a big breath of peaceful, feeling happy this week, knowing that things are going our way. And Mercury retrograde is happening on Monday, stationing. That is, it won't be quite retrograde yet. It'll be standing still. So if you have any last minute communications, important documents and things, just get them out and get lined up all the things you need to accomplish so that you can clean up the details during the 3-week Mercury retrograde. It's not going to be that bad. Okay, don't panic there. Just plan for it. Plan for it. You know what it means. Take care of your computer problems. Look for any legal issues and communication problems. And on August 7th, which is Wednesday, that Mercury retrograde, which has station, will be conjunct Venus in the sign of Virgo. So this is where there will be some things like coming to a head in romantic relationships, might be clarified. Things might be put on the back burner or on hold for some reasons. Maybe someone may be on a trip. You won't be able to communicate with them. So be patient. It's going to be, those problems will be resolved in about 3 weeks. So there are really no big shocking events coming up this week, but we are still in the middle of a hurricane. So it doesn't mean that everything around us is going to be at a standstill. It doesn't mean that, but we've had a couple of really big blows and resets that are so powerful. Now we can clean up the details a little bit, and we're going to get our vice presidential candidate, and these are all causes for celebration. So remember, the star is our image for this week. We are setting our goals for this lunar cycle because there is going to be a very big lunation. So I will just talk a moment about what will be happening the rest of the month. The things will be changing a little bit around the 14th, from the 14th on, and maybe a day or two before that. Mars is going to be conjunct Jupiter in Gemini. And this is a sign that Donald Trump is going to be reaching he's already so very angry, and he's lashing out, and he's scared. And when he's scared, he gets violent and really nasty, and he's alienating so many people. But it's going to be a little bit worse than usual for him. And Mercury is got retrograde, so it goes backwards out of Virgo into Leo. And there's going to be a lot of angry lashing out on his part. Then Mars is going to square Saturn on the 16th. So building up to the 19th, you can put this on your calendar for the future. 19th is a very important lunation. We're going to talk about this next week because there's plenty of time. But then it's right around the 19th and the end of the second week that there are a lot of things happening astrologically, and that's exactly the time of our convention. So not to worry, but next week we'll talk about all those so that today we can catch up a little bit on your personal questions that have been put on the back burner when we had such an intense two-week period of so many things happening. But I hope that you're all feeling really happy in your life, and you can do some volunteering for Kamala's campaign. There's a website, and there if you don't have money to contribute, you could do a little volunteering or do something to make yourself feel that you're contributing, or make a plan about helping people get to the polls, or whatever you can do. And a little bit of concrete contribution in that area, if we all are united and just do a little part, things are going to be, we'll be in a new world. So remember to set your intentions for this new moon, and I hope that everyone has a wonderful, peaceful eye of the hurricane, and we'll be back in a little bit of activity the end of the second week of Leo, and not of Leo. It'll be things happening in Leo, but the end of the second week of August, we will be having a couple of weeks to talk about that. So enjoy your week.
Thank you so much. We have a few questions about 8-8. The Lion's Gate.
The Lion's Gate. Well, it is a time of, the Lion's Gate is a time of power. So it just amplifies, this is again Leo, and the things that we were talking of, the image of the star. So it's like a vortex of energy that you can take advantage of in your meditations. And this year it will be happening with a Mercury and Venus conjunct. So it will help your communication in the field of romance, or if you're not focusing on romance in your life, it will be on your abundance and your things that give you pleasure in life and the things that give you joy. So this period is wonderful for that. So it's a powerful vortex of energy for creating abundance, love, goodwill. Legal things are going to be coming into play for that will be big, but they're going to be leading to very good things in the long run. So remember, we're not playing the short game here. If you see little things of the Supreme Court, etc., that are annoying, those are small. Those are looking grim right now. But don't worry, because in November, December, everything is going to start changing in that area. So be patient and see how things are working out in our favor, because those things that looked so bad a couple of weeks ago really turned out to be a magic wand for helping us gain the momentum that we now have, that things are moving in the right direction. So yes, it's a good week for setting your intentions, for gaining centering your energy. Take care of yourself, do a lot of self-care, a lot of meditation on what your joy really is, and then go for it, full steam ahead, and set your plans.
Full steam ahead. I like that. I've got 10 starred questions, but some of them are statements. Just a minute. This is an interesting one I'd like you to look at.
Okay.
This is Coach Ellen. How will air travel be on Monday?
Well, you know,
Coach Ellen.
when Mercury goes retrograde, I told that this is when you bring a backpack with all of your food and a little blanket.
That
if
is
you
so
have
funny.
to do air travel. What can I say? You know what Mercury retrograde means. But so if you really have to travel during Mercury retrograde, you can't say no. There are certain things that you just have to take care of, and you'll get through it. So that you need to have patience and leave early, plan for some delays, and then you could say, well, that wasn't as bad as I thought at the end. Or else you can say, I was really well ready for it, so it was okay. It's your mind will make of it what is your real experience of the situation. So you can have delays that can turn out to be fortuitous for you, for the lady who misses the flight and then that plane crashed, or something terrible. You don't know. So always keep in mind, everything's working out perfectly. EWOP, EWOP, everything's working out perfectly for me. And you're not looking at the big picture, and you don't see what the long-term circumstance is. Why am I being delayed like this? There is a reason for these things that are happening. So be ready, take some deep breaths, and you can have fun with it anyway.
that's a perfect example of the energy of the 5. Oh, I should work out that August 7th. Just a second. That's a pretty good day. So let me do one more. It's a 5. Am I that good? I'm so that good. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna.
It's you are that good. Yes,
Oh
you
my
are.
gosh.
That's why we're all here. Me
Oh my
too.
gosh. I was at the nursery this week, and this woman forgot to give me a discount because I'm old. And I said, "Oh, that's all right." And she goes, "Oh, now I'm going to feel bad about it." And I said, "Are you an 11 life path? You are an 11 life path. What's your birthday?" And she was a 2911. So I feel good about that. Anyway, it's a 5 energy for that day. That just means stay loose and everything's going to work out.
That's
stay
right.
Loose.
Stay loose.
Yeah.
Be ready for it. Just to go out with a mindset that things are flying my way. I'm going to just deflect them and be smiling anyway. And if you have the inner peace, that is your experience of the situation. It's a whole different ball of wax. If you have you're prepared for it and you know this is going to be just fine. Look how these things that look so bad turned out for us. We were 2 weeks of just, oh my God, everyone was so upset. And look how the world has changed.
You mean 9 years?
The 9 years.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
Talk about a relief. That's awesome.
So it is working out perfectly.
Yeah,
so
the air is sweet. So I have SR here. How is my relationship with P for August? This has been a funny week and my energy is anxious. What are his thoughts about me? And when will I see him next? There's a lot of questions in there.
There's a lot in there, but it's all built around the fact that things are not going to go the way you would most want them to go in the first 2 weeks of August. There will be delays. There will be maybe there might be temporary separation that somebody has to go on a trip or out of communication. You need to put things a little bit on hold.
Wow.
So yeah, so
wow.
I'd say you have a few days here to make that you could make some communication and talk about the future at the last part of August. See, because the first part, things aren't going to go the way you exactly want, but you can plan and have nice, pleasant meetings together that will help build a future that will have come to fruition in a few weeks. So there are going to be some unpleasant delays and things that will make you unhappy that will be happening in the first part of August, but not to worry. This is all part of what we're saying as the general plan, because when Mercury goes retrograde like that and together with Venus, which is the planet of love, things are put on hold. So that is a normal part of relationships growing. You have phases where things are on simmer. They're not coming to boiling point yet, but you can codify things in your relationship. So I would, if you have a chance in the next couple of days to make a contact, that would be a good thing to do within the next few days, within the next couple of days, so that you need to move within the next 2 or 3 days to have a nice communication, and then there might be a holding pattern and you have something to look forward to.
So I want to make sure that you understand that while she was saying that, I was smiling, and I didn't mean to come off like that if you noticed my smile.
No, I
It's
didn't
just
notice.
that
I was looking inward
there,
totally. I didn't see it at all. So
that as soon as, because you went right into the astrology of it all, and I did the cards, and I did a 5-card draw for each week, next couple of weeks, because that's what you had said. And I get a no for both weeks as far as, now the 4 corner, and those of you that are studying tarot, what I do is I know the 4 corners of the question. SR, even if I do know the situation, but even if you didn't, SR says she's anxious and she's wondering what he's thinking. So you can see that there hasn't been a lot of communication. And then when will I see him next? That type of thing. So you can figure out really easy what the client wants to hear, what their hope is. And so when I'm sitting here, I said no and no for this coming week and the following week, and there's some aggravations, the 5 of Wands, and I do see that you are prominent on his mind, but I don't see him moving forward, as just like what Lalit said. The second week, I've got the reverse King of Cups, meaning that messages of love will be delayed. And it's exactly what she had just said. I also think that he's going to be doing something in the second week of this month that's going to be an activity that will take him away from the 4 corners of your relationship. So he's going somewhere. Now, I did do the energy signature around you during this time, and I know you're anxious, and I know when and this is a tough place to be, everyone, and I understand, because when the actions or inactions of another person are in direct alignment to how healthy your self-esteem is, and it affects your mood, then you're in a little too deep. And so, but we always kind of jump in with all our wares when we are in love with someone. But I do see that there's going to be, if you choose to take it, not with your POI, but I see I'm sorry, I've got this, I have the Lenormand deck. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, it's a beautiful card, and I'm sorry you can't see it, but it's a beautiful card. That is the Garden card, which means that there is gatherings, social gatherings that are going to come up for you in the next couple of weeks. I've got Stork, which means that there's a lot of wonderful opportunity to meet someone new, actually, because I also have the Tree, which means you're growing closer together, with growing new friendships kind of thing, or stronger friendships, and not necessarily new, but stronger friendships. So even though you're sitting by the phone hoping he'll call, try and just open yourself up to invitations of goodwill from others, and maybe some things going on there. And that's what I've got for you.
My suggestion, SR, as this is going to be a period that you're not going to feel fulfillment in the romantic area. So I would say that you would be best concentrating. I know you have so much love in your heart for your wonderful little son. If you could plan something that would be so much fun that you could do together, that would keep your mind occupied in a way that you would be in a place of joy. And you have a lot to be joyful about with him. So if you could make a Wally World or something,
Wally World.
Bring us back to there. I was thinking that was silly, but something that would keep your mind in a place where you can have in your heart gratitude and love. Because when you have gratitude in your love and love in your heart, good things come to you. Mm-hmm. When you are feeling that you don't have it and you're longing for something you don't have, that thing you're longing for gets pushed further away. You're pushing it away doing that. So you need to keep your mind full of love and joy in some other area, and be so grateful for that. Always remind yourself. every 10 minutes, if you have something cute your son says to you, I'm so grateful I have this one, just be grateful, happy, and love in that dimension as much as you can, because when you're feeling loneliness and longing, you're pushing away what you want to attract. So that will work against you. So that'd be my advice to you now.
Oh, Ness, I see your question. Okay. I got you.
I have a question, Deborah. I see that Joyful Journey had a question, but I didn't see it because I think that it scrolled somewhere.
Joyful Journey is,
Joyful Journey.
yeah, I've got hers here. Will a new job opportunity come for me in the next few months? Whoops. I touched my keyboard with my with my cards, and it rejected me here. Sorry about that. So do you have her chart?
Yeah. Can I have a second to look at that?
Sure. Let me go ahead with my.
Thank you. That'll give me something for you to do.
So I'm going to do for the next couple months. I don't know if Spirit will give me 2 months, but let's go with what we got here. And one. So it looks like there are some people coming in. I have all court cards for the next couple of months. One is a solid guy. He's a banker, or he could be the patriarch of the family type of thing. The next two court cards are reversed, meaning these people might show you some challenges. And one is a dependent person. So it could be a child, a disabled adult. It could be someone who's dependent on you, a grandchild. It could be someone at the store that rubs you the wrong way, but someone quite a bit younger. So understand that that's what Spirit wants me to tell you about, just so you know that, oh, there's that little rascal, there's that rat that Deborah's talking about. And so, but understand that that's in the cycle, it's in the works to show up as an opportunity for you to choose well. The next one is a man. I've got the King of Swords reversed, which means he's very, very bright, but he can be cruel in his speaking. So I do see you having a decision to make in the next couple of months. It could be to say yes to more of that, or I would like something else. So, but I see you balance. I do have in your environment, your direct environment, the Wheel of Fortune, which is always quite nice. And what do I have with the Lenormand? The moon cycle. Oh, I did it. So this moon is just saying, pay attention to what Lalit is saying about the moon, and stick with that and take advantage of that manifesting portal. Go ahead.
So Jennifer, yes, I'm seeing that this thing that we were talking about, the Lion's Gate and all of this new moon in Leo, is happening at your midheaven, which is the sign of your career and your job opportunities. It's happening right there. And so we have the Sun, Mercury, and Venus all affecting your midheaven. That this is a very good time for you to have opportunities appearing. So it might be that there's a chance meeting with someone in the next few days that then comes to fruition or something. The seeds of this new job are are already underway. This is a very good week for that, for starting this. And then with while Saturn is still retrograde, it might not come to fruition. So it might take a little bit of time to work out. But all of these planets are affecting your big stellium that occurs in your natal chart from 8 degrees of Leo, where you have Mars, and then you have the part of fortune in 10 degrees of Leo, and your Venus is in Leo. And then you have all of the big guns, Uranus and Pluto in Virgo. And so and with Mercury there too. So all of these, this is a very powerful time for you. And it will be very good for your career and your social, the people in your social circles are going to be able to help direct you and should open doors for you. So it's a very, very powerful time. This is a great time and this is some kind of a career of longevity thing, because this is involving also Saturn. So it's long-term, serious, stable thing that will bring you what you're looking for. And it is this week is exactly the time that you are going to be opening the doors to that.
I forgot to add on yours. I had the 2 of Pentacles, meaning that your finances will be balanced or are balanced. And then I have the 7 of Pentacles coming in. So I don't believe you'll be needing to dip into much savings or the new job will be profitable. So you'll have enough plus enough to put in savings.
Boom. Well, yes. Jennifer. So the rods here are, look at there, they hit me in the ear. They hit really hard. So that is a strong yes. Strong yes. You will, and you will be able to really use your talents and your skills that you have developed in this new career, and it will bring you a lot of joy and good people in your environment. So
that's good.
That's very nice.
So we have first name, last name. The question is, do you see E initiating a conversation with me to talk about our relationships? I've done enough communication and work between us. Has he turned into a lazy boyfriend? That's a shame. So will he, on his own, without any prompting, want to sit down and talk about your relationship? The answer is no. He doesn't want to do that. He really is. He's a little scared of you. Why would I wonder why he would say that. I don't know why he would say that, but he's a little nervous around you. Like if he doesn't say the right thing, or if if he says something that you might not like, then it's a hard time for him. And so that's what he's saying to me right now. Let me look for a little bit farther out. So I don't believe he is going to talk about the communication in the near future, because I'm doing this coming week. So I went a little farther, and I see it's much better for the second week. And I do actually see him thinking about the big picture, like going farther, and messages of love coming in. So that's nice. But right now, it's not going to happen, I don't think. What about you, Lalit?
I need another minute. I was looking for her chart, and I don't think I have it. So can I just look at the date she gave me to answer that question? Can you give me one more minute?
She
gave me a birth date and time. Yeah. Is this the person that says, is this first name, last name?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. she did give a birth date and time for both people, and it
Oh
looks
my goodness.
familiar to me. So I think I have it in there somewhere, but I'm racking my brain and I can't think. Is it
Sometimes the
under a different name? But I'll just
under a
enter the
different
data.
name.
Yeah, I think it's a different name. So if you could give me a minute, maybe you can go to another person, and while I look this up, would
Right.
that be okay?
Yes, because I
Okay.
have enough. I think we probably have enough questions. We have about 20 minutes left, and I have 11 questions. So I am going to move into Mary, who says, how is August 7th, Wednesday looking? I think we did mention that earlier. I had you start, and that was the day that we need to be loosey-goosey. It's a 5 energy. Joyful journey, new job opportunity come up for me in the next couple of months. We just did that. And let me go to Denise. Just blessing on my sons who are following the Orange Yeti. Thank you. Blessings on them because they're going to have to quit the Orange Yeti eventually. Either they say goodbye to him or he just says goodbye. Or the majority says goodbye and he won't be available. But if they're strong-willed and everything, they don't like to say that they were wrong, but I feel bad for you to have someone that close to you that believes in the Orange Yeti. And I've got that one. Oh, I had it down twice, so I did have it. Their little leader. And here we are. Rose Piontek. Can you tell me about 11/3/42? Lost my husband 19 months ago and feel lost. It's like yesterday. I'm sure it's like yesterday, sweetheart. My condolences. So this apparently is your birthday. And I'm going to do your numbers here. So your life path number is a 21/3, meaning that you're not yourself. You haven't been yourself for a while. When you're aligned to the 3, it's like you're casual, you're you can be spontaneous, life of the party, a lot of jibber jabbering going on, and lighthearted things are on the surface, like you can roll with the punches and things like that. Now, I understand this is not a time for you to do that if you're feeling so lost. Let me just get your, and then I'll see if he comes in. So yes, this is a hard year for you. You're having a 4 personal year, which means tying up loose ends from that situation. And so almost every few days, there's a reminder that you have to do something regarding this, or he comes popping back in to your awareness. Let me see if he can come in real quick. Oh, he's here. So, he gives you some lovely cards. So I have, the message is that you have everything you need to be successful, and it's okay. I've also got strength, but it's reversed. Strength upright means grace under pressure. It's okay if you're not graceful under this pressure. It's amazing. He has deep respect for you, and he really likes what you have done so far financially and with the heavy burden of the contracts. He does love you deeply. I do believe that he's with you even when you do little things around the house. He comes in and out and you can feel him. I'm going to ask him if he comes into your dreams. And the answer is quite resounding yes. We have met in her dreams. And so keep that in mind and request that he show himself more. And if he's in the dream, ask him to help you remember it. So you can work on your psychic development with him. I'm sorry for your loss, sweetheart. Do you have anything?
Yes. So this is for first name, last name.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me just finish up with Rose. Okay.
Oh,
Rose,
I'm sorry. I've
I
lost
wish
Rose out completely. So I didn't
that's
even hear
okay.
what you were saying.
That's all right. This is for Rose, but I'm sorry that you're feeling lost. If you need someone, definitely reach out to someone. Don't go it alone, because we're all here for you. We are all here for you, sweetheart. God bless you. Okay, first name, last name.
First name, last name. First name, last name. You were born right after the new moon. You were born about 14 hours after the new moon. And the moon was in 1 degree of Leo when you were born. You also have Mercury in Leo and Saturn in Leo. And these are affecting the 7th house of relationships. So it's by no accident that you're asking this question at this time, because it's right there in your relation. This new moon is happening affecting your relationship house. So since Mercury is conjunct Saturn in this place, you're going to be feeling a little bit depressed about this. You're going to be feeling the end of the relationship, because it is not going to be nurturing you. It is not, you are not growing, you are not feeling joy, you're feeling very unhappy with this. So I'd say that this period, this new moon, is probably a beginning of your allowing yourself to have the freedom to seek elsewhere. The good news here is that not only is your 7th house activated, but the Mars-Jupiter conjunction that's coming up is going to be right on top of your Venus in your 5th house of joyful creativity and sexual attraction. So you are going to be able to find, and this is in Gemini. So a new relation. I would say that there is a chance for a new partnership for you coming up right away. And I think that the old path is coming to a conclusion. You're going to be able to liberate yourself, because it's feeling very burdensome, and you're having a lot of anxiety and stress and worry and aggravation and no joy. You will be able to free yourself from this at this time, because this is a time of a new beginning for you in this area, and there is an opportunity for new relationship for you. And I would advise you to open your heart to some new avenue of joy and love, because I think the door is closing in the old one, and you are not happy, and it isn't showing signs of improving. But you do have a chance to start in a new path, a new direction, and find something very joyful. So I'd say
So
this
Ness,
is a new beginning.
I'm sorry, I got to cut you up. Ness, thank you for keeping up with that. I do have some starred and ready to go, and I'm going to miss people. We are doing readings, and I think what we're doing is too much time in each reading, because people are starting to say, did you get mine? Don't forget mine. And this is just free stuff. If you want to be at the top of the line, then a super sticker or a donation of some sort will highlight your name right away, and then you go top of the list. But these free readings, and I think we're going way too long with them, we're giving too much. We're giving too much. So, and doggone it, let me see what we got going here. So Ness has a question, and she says she's had a few small miracles happening this week. That's happen the coming week. I had a few small miracles happen the coming week. Interesting. And there's this added to it. She says, Birthday. My birthday is, and she gives it. And then E's birthday is 6/15/78. Born between 4 and 5 a.m. in Cairo, Egypt. Gosh. I would love to know what your miracles were or are. And Ness, I'm trying to catch up. So you can do okay. Ness, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some cards on. So you had, gosh, now you're teasing me with these miracles. I love miracles. I love that. So those are not your dates. It said Ness. I don't know what to do. Your question is, can you ask for messages for the coming week? I had small message. Okay. For the coming week. I love that you had blessings manifest in your life. You deserve it. That is for sure. You deserve it. So I am going to, I do have the Ace of Wands, which is new movement, new action. The Page of Wands, which is another one, is like delightful movement. In other words, you might be doing something new physically, doing something or going to a place that's different, and you're going to really enjoy it and take it on like a novice heart. And I have Pentacles here, and I have to think that has something to do with your work, your writing, and things. As long as you can get your, I've got the Chariot too. So I have incoming Pentacles. I've got 7 of Pentacles, which is what you have built up so far, that it's your property. And then a Knight of Pentacles, which is new opportunities coming in, which is a roadmap for wealth. And then the Chariot. I've got the Chariot here. So if you are able to bring in your forces and go to one thing, and that means bringing in your emotions. I don't know why Spirit wanted me to say that, because you're pretty good with your emotions. But if you can harness that, it looks like it's the week's going to be really awesome. Did you?
I'm not sure, because under Ness I had some various entries. Ness, is your birthday July 3rd? So see if I have the right thing, because I have this confusion under the
surprises me about you. So we're looking. Yes, July 3rd. She says.
Okay. All righty. Thank you. Yes, this is a lion's gate for you too. You know, everyone here, everyone that has had this has got the same spot of Leo active in their chart, and you've got Mercury at the midheaven. And so with this wonderful opportunity, yes, there should be new openings for you, new communication, new relationships, some little miracles. Yes, it's very, very, very good. Awesome. I'm really happy for you, Ness. You deserve it.
That's for sure.
Bit of respite for you.
Working on your book. Good.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So one of the miracles is that she made a typo, filling a form out wrong, and lost some money. And someone didn't have to, they went out of their way to fix it for me. And you might have reminded them of their grandson who passed from cancer. Isn't that interesting? Yes. On my birthday, I did manifest candle and ask for a year of miracles. That's lovely. That is absolutely lovely.
Oh, beautiful. May they come to you in droves. Yes, you deserve it. Little sparkling diamonds falling on you.
Sparkling. So I've got two more. I've got N. Iva, romantic relationship with Jay this year. Will he make the first move, please? And you gave me your full birthday, so I'm going to do your numbers. Ooh, Ness, you've got a sister in Anne. She's. Let me double check before I tell her the good news. $33. So life has not been easy on you guys. These 33s have a hard time of it. That's for sure. So you're also having an 8 personal year, meaning that you would like to have things hammered down. Don't blame you. And I don't see, you're asking me to read Jay, and I have no birthday for Jay. So I'm just going to go with the energy signature of Jay. Is he going to? And it looks like yes, he will. Now, I also got the moon for you. So I'm going to move that into this moon cycle. So it does look like he will pursue some sort of communication that'll help you feel more connected. Yay.
I was using my trusty pendulum for this question.
What'd you get?
And I got that he might make an initial, there might be some communication, but it's not going to be what you want.
Oh.
And so I'm thinking that maybe we didn't ask the right question, because just making an initial move is maybe not enough of a question.
And sometimes when we anticipate, like when we think in a perfect world, if he loved me, he would say A, B, and C. And we get stuck in only seeing that and not seeing the kindness, the generosity, brings you over to lunch at work, that kind of stuff. But I know what you mean, and that's a disappointment.
There might be some kind of disappointment in, like, be careful what you wish for. Maybe that he makes a move to initiating a move, but it's really not what you had hoped. There's some kind of disappointment. I don't like to say that, but
no, but we can't lie.
I can't lie.
No, I got to tell you something about that lying. Because there, a couple of times this was when I was working the hotlines, and there was someone that was so fragile that I don't dare say anything like that. But it did point to something. The message was that, but through the numbers, I was able to say the right combination of words to have them understand it. But every time I've just disregarded my cards and said something, it backfires. It totally backfires. That's the person who will come back and say, you were wrong. I'd say, well, I was too afraid to say. But I'm like way over that. It doesn't work. Nothing like that happens anymore. Here we go. The last one. We are supposed to put our birthday. Yes. Mary, I had your question. Oh, gosh. I got to find it because I don't have the question written. Can you rewrite it in capital letters? I appreciate that. Sorry for the delay. I'm looking through, trying to find her question. Yeah, I can't seem to find you. So rewrite your question if you're still here, Mary Hernandez Walker. And make it in all capital letters. If you're still here, I'd love to read for you. And I'm looking forward to it. I want to read for you really bad, but if you're not here, I can't read for you. There you are. You said, say, I am so sorry. Since you're not here, I am unable to. Oh, that's sweet. Here she is. You can skip it if it's running too long. I want to read you. I'm just going to look one more time. I am so sorry that happens occasionally when we go a little too long. And it's my fault. I can get going. And gosh, I feel bad. So anyway, I feel bad that we're going to miss you, because if you're not here right now telling me what the question is again, I'm just going to, oh, there she is. Okay. Thank you. My husband and I are 20 apart. Was our meeting destined? I don't know how to frame that.
I do.
Okay.
She's got, and there is a Pluto is often seen, and the nodes of the moon are things we look to for things that are your life path, strong indications of your life path. You have very strong indications of that in your life path because you have Mars, Pluto, and Jupiter all conjunct with Uranus right there, and also the nodes of the moon. Yes, your life path is very intense, and the relationships that you are encountering now are definitely involving past lives and destiny. It's very strong. It's rare to see a chart that has more indication of that than yours.
Cool. She's having
Yes.
She's having a 7 personal year as well. So that's right in alignment with that. So destiny. Awesome. You are also a 5 life path. So that can be, you really like to be casual in things. And when you're introspective, especially in a 7 personal year, you can really get some downloads and really get to know yourself through that. So I appreciate the question. And so glad everyone came. You guys are the best. Just
is
the
time
best.
up already? My gosh,
so.
this is the fastest moving hour of the week.
I know it. Well, we sure had a good time. And so remember, we're at the eye, the calm part of the hurricane.
Calm of the storm. So make the most of it. Build yourself, your strength, care for yourself, lots of personal love and joy, and set your goals. You'll get your saddle on next week when we meet. We'll talk about the things that are coming up.
Awesome. Thank you everyone for coming. I'm looking forward to seeing you next week.
Week full of joy and happiness to you. We'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.
Same time, same gas station. Bye.
Gas station.